Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Movie Hoppers, and today we are reviewing the Charlie's Angels reboot titled Charlie's Angels. Now, throughout history, film trailers and film marketing is known to, deceive the people into wanting to watch the movie. Sometimes they present a film that isn't they present a trailer that isn't representative of the final product, and sometimes they just stretch the truth, and sometimes it's just totally not even like with the movie Mother. That movie had a trailer that was like not even anything like the film itself. But with this movie, I can just say three words: Charlie's Angels reboot. And the feeling that you got from me saying those words is the exact feeling you're going to feel the entire time. This is definitely a reboot of Charlie's Angels. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
This is now when I heard Charlie Angels reboot, I can't fucking say that right. I was like, oh god, this isn't gonna be good, and by golly, it was not good. But
What do you mean?
oh no, I
It
can
was
smell the
great.
sarcasm. Uh-oh. It looks like we're gonna agree on this one. So, yep, Charlie's Angels with Kristen Stewart and some other people you've never heard of, and Elizabeth Banks, who didn't just kind of co-star ish. She's a big role, but Elizabeth Banks wasn't just in the movie. She also directed and wrote and produced the movie. Holy shit, that's a lot of Elizabeth Banks.
Perhaps you should just stick to acting.
Yeah, maybe she should. Well, she also did Pitch Perfect too. So I didn't actually see that, but I bought a
Yeah,
ticket
if
and saw
anything.
another movie for that. So I basically saw it.
Yeah,
But
basically.
actually, I saw Downsizing instead, and Downsizing was really not good. So I sort of just saw Pitch Perfect too. Um, but anyway, back to back to this movie. I saw it in IMAX, and I guess maybe if you're gonna see this, I guess see it in IMAX. It's okay. Uh, but I've been running my mouth. What are your opening thoughts for this masterpiece?
Oh boy, it was sure a movie. Um, um, it was made,
Yeah.
and there was a heavy um influence of like we have to make sure it's all about women,
No
and
way.
like
That's not. No, I didn't. I
men
didn't get that at
are
all.
men are like really crappy, and like we have to make sure people know that, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's a good talking point though. This movie is extremely feminist. From I think the first line of the movie is women can do anything, and then the second line is just because they can doesn't mean they should, which is very, I guess, interesting to start the movie out with. But you know what? I came into this movie looking for a dumb fun movie because it's a freaking action movie. It's a freaking Charlie's Angels movie.
Right.
What the hell are you gonna expect? And I
At least
guess
something.
yeah, but I guess that maybe because I came in with the expectations that this is going to be kind of stupid, not something to take seriously. The the overbearing, it was extremely overbearing. Message kind of almost in a way helped it because it kind of gave it like a vibe that was like, oh, this is pretty dumb. I'm not saying, obviously I'm not saying that women can't do anything they want. That's fucking stupid. But it's this movie is really overbearing with it, but at the same time I don't see that as a problem because it kind of meshes well with my expectations. But what did you think of the
Well, I mean,
message?
like I knew it was gonna be like a dumb movie
Hmm.
because obviously like it's an action it's an action movie that's
Yeah.
like not gonna be real serious at all. And
Uh-huh.
like it was there. Like I got that whole part of it, like the entire 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Um, but like the message was like so like blatant and like put there so often that it was like okay, I get it.
Well, yeah. Well,
Let's move on.
yeah, for me that was kind of the best part of the movie because it was kind of like it just gave me a good vibe. It was like, oh yeah, this is the dumb action movie
It,
that I was
it
that I
gave you a
signed up
good
for.
vibe.
The vibe, the vibe,
I There was like no vibe, bro. Like
dude, dude. I
there
thought
was
that was like the only because it was almost to like a self-aware point. Like
I don't know. I don't think it
no, it
was.
wasn't. It wasn't self-aware, but it was
Right.
almost like to the point where it felt self-aware, and I was like, oh
I
okay.
I guess, but like it was just so annoying because they used it so often.
Yeah. And once we get into spoiler talk, I will talk about how insanely predictable this movie was. Because
Yeah.
I predicted it, like everything. I was like, they're not really gonna do that. They're not really. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything yet, because there might be some people that don't predict it, and those people might be children. And I feel like this movie is actually good, and I can reasonably recommend it for children. Cause and that's not putting the movie down. I'm not making some kind of snarky comment. I feel like the overbearing message and just the whole movie is
But
a
do we
kids
really want
movie.
to have this message for children, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure, why not?
It's like, well, if they take it the wrong way, because to be honest, children are kind of stupid and they
Yeah,
get influenced very easily by things.
yeah.
But and like, do we really want kids to be like, oh yeah, men are trash. Like every guy is like terrible. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like if there were more movies like this, like, and there's definitely fucking not going to be. They're all bombing. But if they were like, if like every movie was like this, where all the well, not all the guy characters, but a lot of the guy characters are trash. I feel like that would be a problem. But if there's just like one movie with it and the rest are like fine, I feel because with children, they do get influenced very easily, but they don't really pick up on subtle things. So that's why I feel like this movie is good for children in that the message is overbearing, it is over the top, so they will understand it more. Like they would actually kind of take the hint. Cuz as a kid, I saw all these fucking movies. I didn't understand understand what they were trying to say or any of that dumb shit. But I feel like if I saw this as a kid, I'd be able to kind of pick up on it. But since we are not children, well, whatever, fucking young adults, whatever. Um, since we're young adults, we find it overbearing, but I think children would kind of resonate with it and find it kind of okay. That's
I
just
don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
okay. But at least we can agree that this movie isn't good.
It's not good.
No, it's not.
It's great.
I can't tell if Kristen Stewart isn't funny or if the writing just isn't good. I was
Um,
trying to find that out the whole time.
I definitely think it gives her like a better chance to like act, but it might just be the writing was that terrible.
Yeah, I just the stakeout scene where like there was a joke. Oh, she got distracted by a dog, and now she wants a dog. Isn't that funny? Didn't
It's
isn't
so
that so
funny.
fresh?
So like, oh
Uh,
my god,
oh my god, she
like
got
all of the
distracted by a dog. Oh my god, that's fucking great.
whoa, and like all of the I noticed throughout the movie there was like a lot of scenes that just like went on tangents. You know what I mean? Like the one scene where the one character was in the hospital
Oh, that
and
was a
like
fucking dumb. I fucking hate that
I'm
scene.
like, what? Why are you doing this? Like this this doesn't and they just like kept talking about films and like
Yeah,
different actors. I'm like, who
yeah.
cares? Who why is this in here?
A lot of not to stereotype, but all fucking movie executives stereotype when they make movies. But a lot of movies aim toward this audience of females 13 to 39. I think that's the demo. There's actually like an actual age range, but a lot of these movies have that type of humor, and I just don't get it. It's like the joke becomes that the conversation is so far removed from what they were talking about before that it's funny, and I just never laughed at that. I never liked that. But the hospital scene, I fucking hated that scene because just just
Like the tones like switched
it's
so quickly and so much. I'm like, what is like what's going on?
it
Why are you doing this? This doesn't need to be the thing. This should be serious
it,
like the
it
whole time. It's not a
it's
thing like, oh, let's talk about like the Birdman from an Alcatraz. Oh, you mean Michael Keaton? No, Michael Keaton's Batman. No, Ben Affleck's Batman. Is he really? Like, what?
yeah,
What? Why?
that
Why was
was
that
too
a thing?
much.
It was. Who cares?
I'm not even talking about that. I'm trying to say this without getting into spoilers, but even the beginning of that scene, I just feel like didn't feel right. It felt like it was building up to a joke. It was supposed to be
Yeah, it
emotional, but I just didn't get that.
was very forced. Yeah.
It didn't work. And you can tell that they were trying to do this like friendship between Christian Stewart and whatever. I don't fucking remember their names. One of the other people. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it felt so forced, and it was so predictable and obvious. Like, oh, they hate each other, but look at them go. Look at them. Look at their wacky antics. Oh, but
Look, now they're friends.
now they're best friends. Oh, I fucking hate that. I hate that. That's why I think this movie's for children, because that's something that you would pull in a children's movie.
Yeah.
It's an action movie for children.
It's just bad.
It's really not good. But you know what? Here at the Movie Hoppers, we leave no stone unturned, and the stone of positivity has been laying dormant for the majority of this episode. So, I think that for the sake of our viewers, we better enter my personal favorite corner, the corner of positivity. And you know what? I think I'm gonna go first because I've been just brimming with positivity. Um, I liked the CGI. Now that might seem weird. The CGI is not great. Sometimes it's kind of bad. But this movie had a small budget for what it is. It had a $50 million budget. And usually action movies that have budgets like these, they look really shit. Like, Bollywood movies do this a lot. Well, at least the more expensive ones. Like, Midway did this. That had a $50 million budget. That looked like shit. But this had a $50 million budget, and I didn't think it looked like shit. I thought it looked okay. So you know what? Good for you, CG person. You used your money wisely. Now you go.
Okay. Um. Okay. So I know that this movie isn't like the best type of movie, but like I kind of liked how it's like, oh yeah, it's an all-female cast and whatever, and like women did all this stuff. So that's like nice,
Yeah.
and like it's like a thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, do it, yeah, you
Yeah.
did it.
Do that thing.
You're making movies for women by women, and it's fun.
Too bad
Even
women
though,
aren't seeing them, yeah. I mean, think about it. Sony really put a lot of fucking the Ghostbusters sequel that flopped. Freaking Men in Black that flopped. That any action movie with women like Red Sparrow that had Jennifer Lawrence that flopped. The one that we reviewed but we lost the file to the fucking stupid one. I forget what that.
Anna,
Yeah, Anna that flopped. There was a movie called Peppermint that flopped. I don't know if we're gonna get many of these in the future, so we might as well enjoy them while we can because they're just not making fucking money. They're just
yeah.
not.
I
So
mean, if they were written better,
yeah, if they were written well and
and
not by Elizabeth Banks.
yeah, like, if they're done well and they
Hmm.
don't play onto like, oh yeah, like we can do whatever we want, because we're women and we're cool like that. Like no, if you don't like play into that type of mindset and just write a good female character, then like they'll probably do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you can make a badass character without having to like rely on like just like bullshit. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, it's kind of the few bad apples thing. There were
Right.
there are some movies that definitely are like that where it's like kind of
Exactly.
overboating. They lean way too far into it. But then movies like the new Terminator movie, I saw that get shit, and just from the trailers, and I don't think the trailers weren't feministy at all. I didn't think that at all, and I think just people are kind of now just really sick and tired of action movies with women in it, and I think that's sad. I think that sucks, but that's what happens when you make bad movies, Sony, because Sony really put a lot of money into this. Like, I wouldn't call it a gimmick, but they kind of treated it like one. The whole all women reboot thing,
Yeah.
and now
They
people
played
just
into
don't like
the
it.
times, the
Yeah,
situations and the times, and it's like that's fun and all, but it's just
yeah.
do it well.
I think they just thought they can
You
get
want to
it.
make a statement, then you have to make the statement come across very well, and like or else it won't work. And this
Yeah,
definitely isn't working.
yeah. Well, yeah, they're not making much money, so I guess not. What else do we have to talk about?
Okay, I was confused why they were using so much B-roll. Like in the very first like
Oh
10 minutes,
yeah.
like just random shots of women walking around.
I was so confused. I was like, "What the fuck? Is this like a commercial? What is this?" I was really confused. I got what they were trying to do, kind of, but
Right.
that's a really weird thing, especially,
It's just
and I
weird.
guess that kind of goes along with how I said this movie is for little children. All of the women in that B-roll footage, they were children. They were like most of them were like kids or teenagers, and
Yeah.
it's like why would like a fucking 10-year-old want to see the Charlie's Angels reboot? Why would you make this movie for kids? I don't understand that. This I really think that they actually tried to make this. It felt like a kids movie, but I
Yeah.
don't know why they made all that. I was very confused by that. That was a lot. Oh, a lot of the movie was just not well done.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, Patrick Stewart was in this movie for a bit too, but not
He
too
was.
long.
Nope.
Nope, not too long.
That's probably
Oh
where all this budget went.
yeah,
Yeah.
really. Actually they tried to get. I read an article that they tried to get Jennifer Lawrence, Margaret Robbie, and some other person that's really famous to be in this, and I feel like that would have been a lot better if they had more recognizable people, because right now the only like of the Angels, the only recognizable one that I could name is Christian Stewart. The other one, I don't know who the fucking the other ones are. One of them was in Aladdin, but that's all I know.
Yeah.
Also, let's talk about how generic the the plot is. It's just so. Oh
Oh
my!
my god.
It's I couldn't believe it. It was.
Bro, it's
Uh,
the rehash of a whole amalgamation of different spy movies.
yeah,
Whoa.
it was like
Originality? What's that?
it felt like it was written in the '80s, kind of. Like with the originality, like, oh, we have this thing, but it can be weaponized, and my boss isn't letting me finish it, and blah 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 and blah blah blah. It's so dumb. So, just I don't know how this got greenlit. They,
Because it's women and we have to empower women.
yeah, well, this was probably before all those action movies with women were bombing. Now none of
Mm.
these are gonna get greenlit ever again. So we'll get bad action movies with men now, finally,
Yay!
and they'll fucking see it because, well, actually I don't know, action, well, maybe, I don't know. They haven't made a lot of like action movies with guys over the last couple months. Oh, Stuber, but that bombed. Uh,
Mm.
oh yeah, Stuber, the classic movie helps classic, but yeah,
Oh
this.
man. And what was the one that with Gerard Butler in it?
Oh,
And
the fucking Angel Has Fallen. Whoa, that's a coincidence. Um, yeah, that was fucking dumb. They should just stop making action movies. They're all bad.
yeah, just stop.
But if you have to make an action movie and you want to make money, I guess there just can't be women in it. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Just have no people in it.
Yeah, just have a bunch of fucking lines. Like,
Yeah, just
just
robots.
just
Robots. Have
yes.
robots take over all action films.
There we go. Just have them all see. Actually, if they had them all animated, that would actually be
Yeah.
interesting. I would see
Bring
that.
back animation.
Yeah.
Yo.
Dude, 2D. Yeah, just fucking
Hell
do
yeah.
something.
Yeah, 2D. We're
Yes.
making 2D animation.
Actually, the last 2D animated action movie I saw was, I think, maybe in 2018 or 2017, and that movie fucking sucked. So I don't
What
know.
was it?
It was called Motherfuckers. Yeah, I saw it in the yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like,
Well, I mean, animation can go either way. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah. So, I mean, that's how movies usually go. It's either a hit or a miss.
Yeah, you guess they never miss.
Yeah.
Okay, spoiler talk. Spoiler. We're going into spoiler
Spoiler
talk.
talk.
So I found it when I saw this movie. I was like, oh wow, having they're actually having men like control women, like men be in high places while the women are in the lower places. I was like, I was very surprised that they were doing that, and then it just turned out they didn't. I kind of I kind of guessed that they wouldn't let that slide, the whole like guy being the boss of the women thing.
Hmm.
So, I saw that coming. And that Charlie thing, how Charlie just happened to be a woman the whole time, but for some reason they why did you know that part I'm talking about, right? Where it showed that the Charlie person was a girl?
Um, I don't
The
know what you're
the
talking
the
about.
intercom person, the person who talks on the intercom, and all the angels are like, "Good morning, Charlie," and then it turned out that it was just a woman speaking through a voice encoder.
Oh. Oh, okay.
You don't even remember that
I
part.
mean,
Wow.
I was just kind of not paying attention for the end. I'm like, this is just bad. It's been going on for too long.
So, but yeah, that happened for some reason and had no significance. But
Yeah.
I'm guessing then you didn't see the after credits scene where all
No,
the
I
original.
did. No, I saw him.
Really? I,
Yeah.
I guess if you like the original ones, which you probably don't because this movie's for 10-year-olds, but if you did, that was probably the best part of the movie because it had all I think those were the original angels.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was assuming.
Yeah. Well, that's a good bit of fan service, I guess.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, Patrick Stewart was evil.
Yeah.
That was
Whoa.
that was
Surprise.
pretty
You
fucking.
know?
They kind of that was dumb.
Yeah.
How they.
It's like I kept getting I'm like, this is like Kingsman, but bad. Like in like the first Kingsman movie, the whatever the main guy is like, whoa, we're trying to figure stuff out, but we're working on stuff, and it's like, well, it's like, we're actually working with the bad guys,
Oh no.
and we've just been, going around in a circle and like trying to play out the agents, and we're like, whoop, gotcha, but the agents are like, whoop, got you back, because we figured out it all before you did, and now we got you. Ha ha. Boom.
Very
you
clever.
know? And God, I really hate those tropes. I'm like, it's like, whoa, we got him. Ha. Like, if they're done well, and then I'm like, okay, that was good. But like with the plot twist, like the quote unquote plot twist that Patrick Stewart was the bad guy. It's like that was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
Like there were no clues at all saying like anything about this dude working with the other people. You know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
there was no like I mean, yeah, like they wouldn't be able to really show him working with anyone because it's like, well, he's retiring and that's the thing that we're saying, right? But it's also good for people to be able to figure out things like, whoa, like what if he's actually working with those people? And like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there needs to be something there for the audience to like think to be able to think and like form their own ideas about like what's going on. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they were doing that pretty well with Elizabeth Banks' character, and I was like, "Woo, that's like interesting." You know what I mean? but
Uh-huh.
it's like, whoop, it's actually Patrick Stewart the whole time.
Yeah, and there was no
You know?
evidence for that. It was just
Right.
cheap. It wasn't deserved. That was part of
Yeah,
the problem I had with that Lighthouse movie. It didn't
exactly.
it didn't earn any of the twists. It never led you on. It never did any of that. It was just like, oh, we're gonna do this now because we said so, and that's
Yeah.
it. I don't like when movies. That's lazy. That's lazy. I was gonna.
People they're thinking they're being so clever.
Yeah.
Like, no, just you haven't completed the whole mystery.
Mhm.
Don't have all the pieces,
Yeah.
but you think you do, and you put it out there, and you have half the pieces,
Mhm.
and it's there's nothing there to make us assume anything.
Yeah. Again, this is a stupid action movie, so I feel like if it was a good stupid action movie, like if it was a fun movie, I would have let it get away with that
Yeah,
but it's just not. So that's
taking ourselves seriously, kind of,
yeah,
but more on the serious side, and that kind of ruined it.
yeah. This movie wasn't just wasn't good. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. Fuck, fuck, fuck. It was about. Oh yeah, remember that part where Elizabeth Banks tells the guy in the car that they're going to Istanbul.
Yeah.
Why did she do that? Was that explained at the end?
I don't even know who she was talking to.
Yeah, I
Like,
thought maybe I missed something in the end where it turned out we found out why she did that, but no, because that was like the tip off. That was
yeah,
like the tip off to the audience that, oh, Elizabeth Banks, she's corrupt. But
yeah,
I don't remember being I might have just missed that. I don't see how the movie could have just left that.
yeah. Like, and then I don't think we ever found out who she was talking to, and that like it was just
Yeah.
like there.
Maybe
That's
I
just
missed
there.
that. I don't know. Maybe I missed that. I'm just very confused on how they would just let that slip. That would be very bad. But I don't
It
know.
wouldn't, it wouldn't be that Asian guy because like he was still like working with the bad guys before Elizabeth Banks was talking to him, but then after she talked to him at the party, he was working with them.
Uh,
Maybe it was him in the car.
maybe it was the guy no, it can't be the health guy, right? No, I don't think
No, because
no.
why would like that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
then
fucking know.
at the hospital, he was like, "This isn't Brazil," you know.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like,
one thing I guess the problem is that that car scene was the only tip off for Elizabeth Banks, you know, being evil. I think it would have been better off if they had more like examples of her being quote unquote evil, and then at the end she explained those examples. I feel like that would have been
yeah,
more clever because I think that was the only time in the movie that the movie tried to trick the audience into thinking that Elizabeth Banks was evil. And
well, but I mean, besides the warehouse thing,
the thing where she leaves.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess that too. I mean that was explained.
yeah,
How
but that
wait.
was it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I feel like there's some other things that were unexplained too, but who cares? Who yeah, nobody really gives a fuck. Why did they blow up the building? Like the building that the angels were in? Why did Patrick Stewart do that? Wait, I guess to frame Elizabeth Banks, but like they were onto her anyway. I don't think
Yeah,
he had
but
to
then
do
like
that.
he had to get Naomi, whatever
Yeah,
Scott, like
Naomi's.
her out. But then that would have like threatened, like that would have been like a threat to her life. You know, it could have killed her.
Yeah,
You know, like that wasn't a good plan because he needed her, right?
yeah,
He needed her to decode the thing or like recode it or whatever, and like make sure it's a bomb now. But like that if she's dead, you know?
yeah.
Like that would have put the little kink in the plan, you know?
And like the thing where she didn't program it to blow up, she just programmed it to do the blinking thing and make noise.
Yeah.
How did she gave Rue access to Patrick Stewart. How did she how did she fucking that's dumb. No, that's dumb. That was dumb. I didn't like that. That was fucking stupid. Stupid movie.
No, it's clever because she doesn't make it a bomb anymore. It's just like
Ugh.
toy. It's a toy
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay. And I think maybe one of the other reasons why that whole Patrick Stewart being evil thing didn't work is because we didn't really know Patrick Stewart's character either. He had like 3 scenes. So,
Yeah,
so it wasn't all that surprising.
and all of his scenes were about him just being retired,
Yeah. And
and like there was
yeah.
nothing there. It was just an old man getting his watch fixed or whatever, and the one dude was like, "You have like a thing in your spine." I'm like, what does that mean?
I don't know. Wait, how did he get the thing in his spine when
I don't
he
like.
drank
Okay, Elizabeth
something?
Banks
Yeah.
put something in his drink, and
It
then he drank it,
and it
and
got
then it's
went
like,
into
oh,
his spine?
went into his spine,
Fuck, okay, yeah, sure.
went into his bones.
Oh, it must have been milk.
It
Milk is good for the
must have been,
bones.
yeah.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I feel like maybe if Patrick Stewart's character was built up as more of a wholesome man, maybe I would have been more surprised, and maybe that trickery would have gotten me, but it just didn't.
Yeah, or like a guy that was very in control of the organization, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because like he was the leader, and like maybe if we saw more scenes of him like being like, this is how things are gonna go, and you
Yeah.
can't do things, you can't like do a certain thing because that would mess up my plan. You know what I mean? Like if we saw
Yeah.
like low like not important situations, you know what I mean?
Uh
Like if
huh.
you don't do like these certain things, then it's like not it's bad because you're not doing what I want to do. And if we
And
saw like a little bit of that, but then also have on top of like, oh, but he's so good, he's so nice and whatever.
mm-hmm. Yeah. That way we would have been like, this guy might not be right. And
Yeah, there's a
maybe
little something up with him, but like it's not incredibly noticeable.
and maybe if we had more indication that he wasn't enjoying retirement, like he said a few things, he made a few quips, but I mean that wasn't like anything big. Like, cause the whole reason I guess he did it was because he wanted to. I don't think he had to. He just wanted to for some reason. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
just
that
don't
was like
get.
another big issue. Like, why is he doing this?
Yeah,
Who
it's like
cares? What is he doing? Like, who is he gonna kill this with? You know, it's like
yeah.
that didn't make any sense.
We don't even know if there was any money in it for him or if he just wanted to kill a guy or I guess he just loved his job. I guess I don't know why the fuck he did it. Should have had like a motivation or something. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's a kids movie. It's a kids movie. It's dumb. Do you know that
Yeah.
in the originals Bill Murray was Bosley? I can't really imagine that. That's fucking weird to me.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean,
Would have been funny.
what? Why didn't he come back?
That would have been funny. I don't know.
Why didn't they have him?
Yeah.
That,
Patrick
that
Stewart
was,
isn't as funny as Bill Murray.
yeah, and that was so good.
Yeah.
Ugh, missed opportunity.
Yeah. But I think we should wrap this up in a nice little package with our number ratings, and I think it's your turn to go first.
It's my turn.
Oh yeah.
All right. Um, I really didn't have a lot of fun watching
Mm.
this movie. It wasn't great. If I was younger, I don't know, maybe I would have enjoyed it. But this was just like really forced, bad writing, bad direction, you know. Visuals were like okay,
Yeah.
but um, I'll give it a um 4.5,
Four and a
5,
half.
4.5. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty high. Um, I was going to give it a 3. Um, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody over the age of like 15.
No.
No.
Unless
But
like you're a really like old dude or like a
yeah.
middle aged like that just like watch it for the women in it,
Uh
like
well,
I guess
I guess I can
for that.
recommend some alternatives, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, you like just look at like other shit. You know what I mean? Like if you're that desperate that you need to watch a movie to do whatever, I guess you can go see this one.
So, I guess if you're a kid or you just really need to get off to something,
Yeah.
we can recommend Charlie's Angels, I guess. Oh god, now something's gonna happen. Because, you know, every once in a while there's that one guy who just masturbates in the theater. Like they did, the guy did it with the Emoji Movie. And
What?
he did, you don't remember that?
No?
There's like a news article. It was like a guy that masturbated in the Emoji Movie.
Why?
I don't know.
He just really likes circles.
Oh man. Yeah, he just like Patrick Stewart
I
as the
got
poop emoji.
pictures.
But yeah, so I guess that's a final rating. So
Yeah.
yep.
You know
Don't
what? 4. You know what? I'm changing it. 4.
4. Whoa.
4.
Whoa, that's
4
a
out of
drop.
10.
Damn.
Bad. Yeah.
Sucks. Bad
Suck.
movie.
Don't watch it.
Don't watch it.
I mean,
If you
unless it's like if it's late at night and like you got nothing else better to do and you're like tired and then you need something to fall asleep to. This
Yeah.
is also this is also a good falling asleep to movie. So if
Yeah.
you need that,
Well, thank you guys for watching and goodbye.
see ya.